This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk to the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go, come on. Hey, you block over here. Let's go. Come on.
Rodgers going to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
We got three, fellas. 319.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Now it's Rosen looking. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's fine. Yeah. No. 319. Box it. 319.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Underneath for Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beaten on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
They tried a 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Inside. Right.
On play action, Rodgers. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Get reset. Hey, easy. Chaallie, don't let Chaallie.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a pitch out to Williams. Room here to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well. Hey, flex. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And Adams has it complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
.319!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Forbath out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Rosen on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That's fine. Yeah.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with it. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Kenny Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
319! Go to 50!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
They run it again with Williams. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now Forbath for the extra point. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Cardinals. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
Back now at Lambeau. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Again, it's Williams. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. A very solid gain of 27.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down. And it did right there. Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's got his targets caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now this may be a free play here for Rosen. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now Williams down to the 25. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Rodgers now on 3rd down, and that's complete to Lewis. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get 300! Get 300!
Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Over, 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 over,
On third down, here's Williams. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They run. It's Johnson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.